Record. So, all right. We will we'll get to goals at the end. I have that listed first, but we'll get to the goals at the end. We're gearing up. September, October, November are our busiest seasons. Traditionally, when it comes to Young Living or retail or things of that nature, people are they're looking for gifts, and they're looking for ways to. They're looking for wellness. Kids have been in school for a while. They're coming home with everything that everybody is sharing, and so they're looking for ways of doing that. However, a lot of moms feel guilty purchasing kits for themselves, or purchasing anything that seems outside of the gift giving norm in this season. And so one of the things that becomes our job or our responsibility is to show them how. Number one is to value them as taking care of their family, to show them how important it is for health and wellness. And number two, to show them the versatility of the kit, and how they can use the kit in so many different manners for gift giving and things of that nature. And how that they can, it's actually a very economic way of getting Christmas shopping done while still taking care of your family, because a lot of people are hosting family in their home. So there's stress, there's people who, it's the only time they get to see family. So even if I have Ebola, I'm still going to come see you. So you definitely want to make sure that they are prepared to keep their immune systems done that way. And the way that we do that is through classes and through educating them individually. So that's one of the reasons why there's such a push for classes. And online classes are really, really a great kind of in between. People are very, very busy, but we can group together a couple of people and talk about the oils. Everybody's online for a short period of time. I do find that classes have a lower enrollment rate right then than live classes. Online classes have a lower enrollment rate than live classes, because with live classes, they're getting to smell the oils and they're getting to experience it, and they're getting excited because you're getting excited and everything. However, that does not discount the validity and the importance of online classes, because that is, everybody has to hear things a couple of times. Most people have to hear things a couple of times before they're ready to commit. And when the way that the online classes that I've been working through is structured now is that I think we continue that party feel even after the class is gone, with awarding the prizes to be given away, thanking people publicly for booking another class, getting excited on the team, on that event page when someone does sign up. That way, because one person, a lot of times what you'll find in a live class is when one person signs up, they're like, oh, okay, so I'm not the first person to do this, so let's jump on and I'll come back behind. So by in that group being excited and saying thank you within the event page, then it's more likely that someone else will contact you and say, oh, you know what, I want to sign up too. And so that's just ways that you can encourage them, because we have an incredible tool to be able to use for them. So online classes, live classes. I have the diffuser program for November set up. I'm working just as hard to schedule classes, hopefully as you are. I have I just scheduled another class this morning, so I have to put that on the thing. We're working for 10. We're working to get 10 classes throughout the entire Sensible Serendipity team to go, and I don't want to be the one teaching all 10. I've done that. I did that this month, and yeah, I want to do that again. It was fun. I did it so that I could put the class through the ringer, make sure that it was good. But my family is ready for me not to have a class every night. So calling and getting people going is super important. And I will tell you this, that no amount of me posting a video in our team page or posting the graphics or anything like that has necessarily had people knocking at my door to do a class. Each and every single class that I have booked has been someone that I have messaged and I say, would you like to partner with me so that you can be entered in for a diffuser? Every single one of them. And it's not, all they're doing is bringing the people to the table or, virtual table, and go talk to your daddy. I'm not the only one here. Yeah. I'm teaching the class, and they are bringing the people to the table. So it's really less, invasive. And so they don't have to take too much time and people can pop in and out and whatnot. So I highly encourage classes. A make and take. I know, Jessica, you said you have a make and take at the end of the month, and I'm super excited for you about that. I can't wait to hear. I know you said hand soap and hand purifiers, I think.
No idea yet.
What?
I haven't. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sorry, I've got Winnie the Pooh in the background. I had to wake my little ups for this, but I have no idea. I'm going with it's up at my sister's law firm, but she's also opening up to a mom's group. I'm not sure. We have no idea. I have no idea how many people are coming or what we're doing. We're waiting to see who comes to tailor it to what I'm making. But I did get 50 hand foaming soaps and 50 hand sanitizer foaming soaps from the bulk apothecary.
Cool.
Got the witch hazel, ordered the aloe vera, and all the other stuff. So I think I'm ready for a lot of different options depending on what they want to do. Maybe a nice little Vicks Vapor Rub substitute since it's cold and flu season.
Yeah.
Or yeah, but we'll kind of wait and see who actually says yes to coming and what my sister thinks would be best since it's her demographics.
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody needs to wash their hands and everybody needs to have, hand purifier, especially nowadays. So those are great things to be able to have going for you and have ready to go. I think that focusing on anything past Thanksgiving, throwing in something that you can gift to someone else or to themselves is a great it's a great thing to throw in there. A lot of people are in the gift giving mood, and last year we did a bunch of make and take nights where people made like 4 or 5 different things. They paid like $20 and they made 4 or 5 different things. And my thought was that, hey, you can make these for your friends and you walk away with 4 or 5 different gifts, or maybe this is your teacher gift. And everybody walked away saying, I'm not giving this away. I'm keeping this for myself. So it was, sometimes it becomes that getaway or that escape for other people to be able to do that. So I am sorry, guys. All of a sudden I got a tickle in my throat. And my cough drops are in the other room. I'm going to see if my lovely husband can bring me some water. Also, with make and takes, we have a large amount of people that are, most of our teams, especially the people that are on this call, are spread out over all over. You don't have a ton of people who are local to you. And so this is where using the team page benefits you, and it benefits everyone else in the team page together. So if you're making things, I encourage you to make stuff during the months of November and December. Just, Jessica, you're getting ready for your make and take class. So you're going to want to at least make the hand soap before you go, just to kind of get your words together of how things go. So while you're doing that, snap a picture of it, throw it on the team page. Hey, this is super simple. I made foaming hand soap, and now I don't have to have that trash in my bathrooms. Or the hand purifier, or bath salts, or anything like that. Anything that you're making, I encourage you to experiment with your oils, because that will then encourage your team to experiment with their oils. And take a photo of that, throw it on the team page, and then, because it will generate conversation, which conversation will generate community. And that's one of the biggest things that helps people continue to use their oils, is because they feel as though they are supported. So I would encourage you to do that. All of your team members need to be encouraged to be on the usage group. Because I don't want to say, we don't want to say, oh, I can't say that here. We want to be able, you don't want to talk about negativity. You want to say, let's talk about that over on the usage group. Or I bet there's some good information about that over on the usage group. Amanda just talked about fennel today, and I scanned for fennel. Go to the usage group, because we don't, while there are, the fact of the matter is that there is FDA compliance. The fact of the matter is that there are certain things that we're only allowed to focus on in the team pages. We don't want that to be seen in a negative light. And thank you, baby. We don't want that to be seen in a negative light. And we always want to just, if we gripe about the FDA, then they're going to gripe about the FDA. So we're just not going to gripe about the FDA. It is what it is. And we're focused on wellness. And if you need reactionary stuff, let's go explore it together over in the usage group. So keeping the verbiage upbeat. Also, all of your new, we've had, some of them are retail, but we've had over 18 people join just this month for the Sensible Serendipity team. So, which is incredible. But all of our usage members, or all of our wholesale members, they need to go through Stride. They need to be at least given the link for the playlist. And then a couple of days later, you check back with them, and then they are given the number for the text message system. Because I understand that the playlist is long, and not everybody is going to love the playlist, but it does have some incredible information there, and it's all in one spot. And for those who need to refer to it, we at least need to give it to them so that it's there. Also, the text messaging service, we get rave reviews about how that helps our members learn to use their oils. We give them, the pocket reference guide, and we're just like, here, use your oils. Look, there's like 400 pages of ways that they can use their oils. And they're thinking, oh my gosh, there's 400 ways that I can use my oils. I don't know what to do. And it's like complete shut down, and they set their oils aside. So the text messaging service is super, super helpful for one idea per day, just to be able to do it. And they can ignore it and just let it sit there. And then when they're ready, it's still only 21 ways to use their oils, so that it's much more manageable. So I highly, highly encourage that everyone who has been signed up, go through Stride, be at least given the playlist for them to make the decision for themselves. And then a couple of days later, check back with them, see if they have any questions, and then give them the text messaging service. So, This team has done an incredible amount of work this month. You guys have I set goals every month, and this time my goals were just blown out of the water, my personal goals. And that's largely in thanks to you guys. This team has grown incredibly, and the community has grown incredibly. And it's just been a fantastic thing to see. I told Penny, I messaged Penny earlier this week or last week, and I woke up, I was like, every day, like I wake up and there's somebody new. I'm like, must be what you feel like every day as a goal. Like you wake up and there's all these other people. And so I really just wanted to say a super huge thanks for loving the product that you have. And I know that a lot of people can sometimes get hung up with, oh, it's money and things of that nature. Yes, there is money. Yes, you get paid a commission. But the fact of the matter is that you are empowering people. You felt empowered by being able to use the products, and you are empowering others to feel that same way, that warm and fuzzy that you get every time that you get to use your oils. And so I really just thank you so much for sharing, because it's just it's really incredible. So I wanted to say that before we get to your goals, and I wanted to hear from you what your thoughts are, where you want to go. Is there a rank that you want to hit within a certain period of time? Is there an OGV, PGV that you want to, well, OGV, because I don't want you buying everything yourself, that you want to hit in a certain period of time? What is it is there certain skills that you are hoping to learn? The floor is yours.
You want me to go first?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Let's see. Can you hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My first goal is to just have at least one class every week. I'd like to have it a live class, but I'd like it even better if I could have a live and a Facebook class every week. So I'm trying to get my team rallied up to host those, because my friends are tapped out on Facebook. Nobody even acknowledges that I invited them to classes anymore. So I need to have other people inviting their friends. And hopefully I can make a senior star by the first of the year. Maybe. OGV is my issue. Nobody likes to buy things. Like it's not religiously. And then if I can make that, then I hope that I can get up to executive by convention. That'd be cool.
Excuse me. I don't know why I have a tickle in my throat. We have the wind's changed or something here in South Tech.
You turned your fan off.
Do what?
You turned your fan off.
I did. That might be why. I don't know. It might be because I need to clean my fan. So it's really high up there, though. So, okay. So I'm going to, Jessica, if you don't mind, go ahead and giving us your goals, and then we will tackle both of those together.
Yes, totally. Sorry, I was grinding my morning coffee, so I was keeping you on mute until I knew Christina was done. Goals. Well, I want to do silver and 6 by convention, but it's really ambitious considering I don't have any legs yet. Yes, baby, I'm going to get coffee, okay? And milk. Sorry. So we'll go with maybe Senior Star by December as well. We can all have a shared goal. Because, yeah, I don't know. The Silver and Six was kind of my big goal, but it's definitely hard to do when you can't get people to want to sell. So keep working on it, and I guess that's still going to be my goal. We'll see if I hit it for convention or not. But at least, and I'd like we'll say one leg by February, at least established, if I'm not going to make Silver and Six.
By February. I think that it is super important to have those crazy goals that make you scared. Hey, Marie! So excited. But I think it's super important to have those crazy goals that scare you to pieces, that go get one, that seem a little super ambitious. There are still people who are, starting off that are making Silver and Six. If you look in I don't have one with him in my reach, or I would grab it, and I don't want to jump out of the frame. But if you look every month when you get your paper and you look at that Elite Express, there are people who are making Executive in 3. There are people who are making Silver and 6. There are people who are doing it. So do not discount yourself that it can't be done or whatever. Don't beat yourself up if it doesn't happen, but don't discount yourself that it can't happen, that it's just too ambitious. I think that it is incredible to have those goals that make you just like, oh my goodness, now how do I do this?
Yeah, that's kind of my thought.
I think too that given the education that we as a team have learned recently about strategic placement, I think that actually sets us up to know a bit better about how to place. Because when Christina and I came in, and even Marie, when we came into into Young Living, we didn't know a lot about strategic placement. We didn't know it. The way that it was presented to us was, you do the work, and then you find somebody who wants to do the business too, and then you become their biggest cheerleader as they do the business. And so I'm over here rah sis boom bon for my people. But sometimes there is another component, and so it was kind of a mystery to me as to how many people, what happened that all these people met all these people and were able to get Silver and 6 or these various ranks so quickly. And really, the secret's out is that it was strategic placement. And so while you have someone who may or may not be working the business, you may have someone who is 100 PD orderer every month. It is completely okay to put people under them and create that leg, because at the end of the day, it's your business. When someone decides to pick up the torch and run with it, then you can just thank God and praise hallelujah that you have somebody that's working with you. But at the end of the day, and this is the way the comp plan is written, it's your business. So you reach down, you put people where they need to be, so that it helps to build your business. Now, do you have something, Christina? You have something you want to say?
I was just gonna say, I've been working with some people in my downline and trying to encourage them, because they were interested in the business side, but it wasn't until I placed somebody under them that they actually started getting their own people placed under them. And I was just like, whoa, I need to do that with more people. If I would have put all these other people under somebody else earlier, then I could have encouraged them to do this sooner. Okay, now I know what I need to do.
Well, it's like when your kids first are starting to walk, and you know that they're ready to walk, and you can sit there and tell them, you're ready to walk, just walk. Just put one foot in front of the other, but they're too scared to let go of the couch. But when you hold their hand and walk with them just a little bit, then they're like, okay, I can do this. Or the bike, you can use any analogy that you want to. Just walking just popped in my head. But so I don't want you to feel as though you have to wait for this magical builder to come, or whatever. That the biggest piece is that you continue to share and enroll and share and enroll and share and enroll, and you can structure your organization the way that it benefits you. I mean, obviously taking into consideration how it benefits, the people that are in that leg. You want to let everybody know, hey, this person is another resource. We've all been through Operation Silver Boot Camp, so you've heard that verbiage before. So I want you to be empowered by that knowledge, that really Silver and 6 by convention is not that crazy of an idea. I would love for you to be Silver and 6 by convention. I would love for you to be qualified Silver by convention and come to the Silver retreat with me. So
let me do it too.
Okay, yeah, everybody do it. Let's do it. There are so many people who are ready for qualified Silver for this next year, for this next retreat, that we could have our own pennies and cents, wing in the hotel.
Wow.
So, I mean, there's a good, out of the greater pennies and cents team, there's probably a good 4 or 5 that are just ready and hungry. So I invite you to be ready and hungry and do that. Marie, we're talking about goals that we would like to set up within the next 30, 60, 90 days, 6 months, about where we want to be with our business. So if you have some of those that you want to share, then feel free to chime in. Or if you wanted to talk about them privately, then that's okay too. So obviously sharing is the biggest thing. So classes, online classes, and if you are not comfortable, online classes or live classes. Like I said, live classes have the most instant gratification of people signing up. Did I say that right? Live classes. Online classes have, you're able to geographically reach more people. And I'll just talk about, the way that we used to do things versus the way that I encourage you to do things now. When I know Christina Marie and I joined Young Living, we always had a class going. It was always public, and just even in my Facebook feed today, I saw where I was just throwing it out there to all of Facebook. Who wants to come to my class that's coming tonight? And we were successful like that, and it worked. But as Facebook has become more of a retail site for many network marketing businesses, that's not the most effective way of communicating with people that you want them to come. So now if I wanted Christina to come to my class, then I would invite her, but I wouldn't leave it as a Facebook invite. I would message her and tell her, Christina, I'm having this class. And there's a lot of information that I think that you would just love about this, about making things with essential oils and things of that nature. But also I get to earn some things by you participating in the class, and you get to win some goodies. So would you be, I look forward, don't ask, would you be interested? Because that's a yes or no question. I look forward to seeing you, on this date, and you leave it at that. If they respond, I can't come because it's a bad time. Okay, great. And then you change the topic of conversation. The reason why I change the topic of conversation, or I say something else about I'm always there to answer your questions, or anything like that, is because I want that person to know that we are still friends even if they don't show up. that we can talk about things even if it's not oily. Yes, I have a goal. Yes, I'm thinking about my business a lot of times, but we can still talk about life, and I can still be in your tribe even if it's not oils. And I think for a lot of us, when we're first focused on things, I don't think that that's what we intend, but sometimes that's what happens, is that we're only focused on, I've known Marie literally all my life. And, well, Marie, the oils can fit. And you're like, this way and 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 this way. And you just want to talk about, don't you remember when we made grilled cheese and jelly sandwiches? That, that type of thing. So you definitely have to make sure that they understand that it is safe to talk to you about anything, but you do want them to come. With that in mind, I encourage you to always have the next event on the books. And so this is why I want you to start thinking about this. We're ending the month of October. We're going into November. I want you to have the next event on the books. It may not be until the end of the next month, but at least you have something that you're looking forward to. You're daily looking at, I am working towards that goal. That way, like for me, when I'm inviting people, then I will invite them and give them the week that I want them to book in. I don't say, what time in November can we get together? No. When I'm booking people right now for classes, right now I'm down to the second week in November, filling that week up. So, and I will give them, do you want 8th, 9th, or 10th? That's when I'm available. That's when we can book for you. And at that point, they think, okay, well, that's the only time she has the entire month. So I'm directing my calendar so that in the end, and I can block off periods of time so I am not at the whims of anyone else. So it's good for you to have those boundaries so that you don't feel as though you're constantly, waiting for someone to be ready. Ask them, when's good for you, weekday or weeknight? They give it to you, then you give them the dates that you have available for that. And then you let it go. Because when you are confident in your schedule and your boundaries, then they respect you for that. So it's very, very important. That goes into all of the posture things and stuff like that we learned about at Danny Johnson. So watch Danny Johnson's webinar on November 1st for First Steps to Success. I know, Christina, you have an event first that night, but we will, hopefully she'll have a replay. I don't know. But if any one of you decides to book 3 basics class, and your make and takes, as long as you include the basics in them, can count. If any of you decide to book 3 within the month of November, I will provide your diffuser to raffle off. Okay? So you have 3 on the books? Okay, well, then I have a diffuser for you to be able to raffle off between your peoples. So, and it's over there in my stack of goodies. Like, I found that I apparently went on a diffuser buying spree. So I have a few.
You never have too many, right?
Do what?
You can never have too many.
Well, we're kind of getting to that point. So, but yes, I definitely encourage you to take advantage of that. I have the resources there for you. to take advantage of. And if you feel as though that you're lacking in any skills, does anyone feel as though that they have a skill that they would like to be more equipped with?
Public speaking.
Get out of my head.
I don't know if that's a skill.
So you're both you both struggle with public speaking?
Definitely me.
Yeah.
Speak in public, no problem. But I'm really boring.
Yeah, I just don't like everybody staring at me.
Well, first off, you are an incredible human being created by God to do incredible things. And so you're beautiful. And therefore, everybody wants to stare at you.
Yeah. No, and the one at my sister's office is a law firm with lawyers. So tell me how that's not intimidating.
They're just people.
They are.
Yes.
You know what? There are people who are stressed out. Have you ever met a lawyer who wasn't stressed out? You are their saving grace to give them something that they need.
Let's hope. Yes, yes. I think it's just the FDA compliant part that makes me nervous when you're sitting in front of a group of lawyers, that you don't share a antidote that doesn't quite comply.
What type of lawyers are they? Are they like health compliance lawyers? Because if not, they're not going to know anything about it.
No, but if they're anything like my sister, who's not even a lawyer, but already like yelled at me for some Young Living stuff that's completely legal, but she didn't necessarily. She was a little taken back about the taxes on it, and she's like, "This is illegal. You can't do this." And she was already ready to like go and look into it, which is why it took us so long to get one of these off the books. When she finally looked into it, they're all just Fortune 500 stress because they're dealing with the election right now. They actually have lawyers on both sides, so it's a little stressful in their office. I think they just like to fight.
Okay, so we're going to, where is it? I'm going to send you a sample of this oil. It's called Harmony. That is the oil that's going to go in your diffuser when you do your make-in day.
I was gonna do joy or stress away with some clarity.
You know, that would be good. You know what? Have you smelled clarity? Have you guys smelled clarity?
Didn't you get it on the last free one? And
but I didn't open it for the longest time until Amanda came to the house and she told me that clarity stinks. And I just thought because it was in this nice, pretty green bottle that it must smell like lemons or limes or something like that. Oh my gosh, it is not pretty.
I made that mistake of putting it on my neck and then realized it did not smell very good before I smelled it.
It's less pretty when you mistake it for a bottle of Stress Away.
Yeah.
I can imagine. But
if you put them all together, they smell good. Yes.
I didn't understand why everybody was putting stuff with clarity. Because I was just like, it's pretty. In my head, green is just, all the green ones smell really nice, but not so much. But anyways, it's just, yeah. Clarity is a good one as long as you're going to put something with it. But I would encourage Harmony. Harmony is pretty good.
Okay.
Not Release.
What's going on? Oh, girls, we are not. No, thank you. We're done. Thank you. We don't need to hold it. Thank you.
All right. So we're gonna wrap up the recorded portion of this in just a second, but I definitely wanted to make sure that I gave you some homework for this month. And it has absolutely nothing to do with classes or things of that nature, but it has something to do with what we learned at Janie Johnson. And a lot of us, a lot of you here are starting your Young Living business or starting to revamp your Young Living business. And one of the things that we need is we need more people in our circle, right? You always need to increase the amount of people in your circle. And the way that you do that is through referrals and smiles. So, I give you the homework of smiling at 10 people per day. All right?
What if you don't see that many people in a day?
Then you are going to, when you go out, when you do go out, you're going to be cheesing it up. Hit the 20.
That's fine.
But what it is a lot of times in today's day and age, we don't look at each other. We don't smile at each other. We don't whatever. You get eye contact with 10 people per day and smile at them. If you are grinning at your kids, just, grin at your kids. Smile at yourself. Things of that nature. But one of the things is, number one, that creates your ability to be more approachable. Your trustworthiness increases by, I don't remember the stats because I'm blue and not green, when you smile. Simply when you smile. Not like that. Not the scary smile, but a nice smile. And if it helps you, look at the person, across the way and be like, man, her hair is awesome. I wish my hair color was like that. Things of that nature. Secondly, for referrals, try to find at least one person or one company that fits within your personal beliefs and things of that nature. I'm not going to recommend someone go to McDonald's. It doesn't fit with my goal of wellness. But look for people who are in your scope that you can refer people to. Give a shout out on Facebook. I know there's, that's one of the reasons why a lot of these business conglomerates, masterminds, they work so well together because they're all referring each other to each other's businesses, which is super, super awesome. If you do a vendor event, and somebody's walking by your table, and they don't look like they're interested in oils at all, refer them to, the goodies, the chocolate homemade goodies down the road, or the super cute crafts or anything like that. But look to have at least one referral to somewhere else per month, per week. The reason behind that is that when people start coming to you for referrals, that means that you have become this trustworthy with information. Girls, when you become trustworthy for information, for good, solid information, then you become trustworthy when you suggest oils. So, are you going to come up here with me? So, that's one of the things that we learned at J.D. Johnson, that really a lot of this business is matching people to product. And it doesn't have to be your product. You're just constantly matching people to product, because the more people you match to product, then the more likely they're going to come for you when you're suggesting that you match them up with your product. So, I highly encourage you to work on that homework. It has absolutely nothing to do with classes or anything, but it will have an incredible, we'll scan. No, don't pull your dress up. We'll scan in just a minute. Final thing, and then I'm going to stop the recording, and then we can chat if we want to. Itovi. These are scans they help. Yours is in the back. They're fantastic for pinpointing what you need, what your team needs for ER, things of that nature. I am part of a referral program and need one more referral before the end of December. and that way that I can pay all of my people who have used my referral. I'm giving $50 back, just so that they do that. So if you know of anybody in your team who would be interested in an iToby, this is total shameless plug so that I can get my final.
It'll probably be me. I think I'm going to do it for Christmas.
Awesome.
I was going to do it for silver, but I guess I can push it up for you.
Hey. So, but yeah, still, I mean, there's others like Christina's part of the referral program. If there's anybody else who needs, you think would be interested in it, we definitely want to get everyone going. I'm giving that money back because I had intended to purchase a Zyto machine when I hit executive anyway, so that was money that I had budgeted for that. So I was trying, and since iToby came out and they're going to give me the cost of my iToby back because of the referral program, then I said that I would pay all that back since I wasn't planning on it. So, all right, I'm going to end the recording.